Hello friends! Both cars are equipped with an IMA, Integrated Motor Assist Hybrid System, but they also have differences. The main thing is in the internal combustion engine. The Insight received a 4-cylinder 1.3 IDSI iVTEC, designated LDA3, while the CRZ received a 1.5 coded LEA1, LEA3 from 2013. It uses 2 candles per cylinder and a 16-valve blockhead. The iVTEC variable valve timing system at low speeds, one of the pair of intake valves, opens less. And at high speeds, both intake valves have the same stroke. The timing belt is driven by a reliable chain that usually does not need to be replaced. Engine oil must comply with SAE 5W30, ACEA A5/B5, and the filling volume is 3.6 liters. Insight owners sometimes complain about increased oil consumption. In particular, this applies to instances from 2012 and 2013. The reason is worn piston rings, which were changed as part of an extended warranty. However, the CRZ engine is not affected by this defect. The CRZ transmission does not know how to turn off the internal combustion engine and move only on the electric motor. The fact is that a hybrid coupe is perhaps the only car of its type that uses a manual transmission. In this case, it's 6. This was seen as a clear attempt to emphasize the sports orientation of the car. However, in some markets, a variator was still provided. In 2012, less than 2 years after the premiere, the coupe underwent an upgrade that affected, above all, technology. The power of the internal combustion engine has increased from 114 to 121 horsepower, and the IMA electric motor has increased from 14 to 20 horsepower. The capacity of the traction battery, which is part of the so-called IPU, has also changed. It is located under the luggage compartment floor, just behind the rear seats. The CRZ used a 100-volt nickel metal hydride battery before the upgrade and a 144-volt lithium-ion battery after the upgrade. The purchase of any hybrid vehicle causes concern for the buyer. Most of all, they are afraid of a traction battery because every more or less technically oriented person understands that any battery will one day reach the limit of its life, and then it has to be changed. Initially, Honda put an 8-year or 160,000 kilometer warranty into the IMA hybrid system. Since the 2011 model year, it has been reduced to just 5 years or 100,000 kilometers. The good news is that the IMA system usually does not require maintenance and therefore does not require additional costs. However, there was one recall campaign associated with the CRZ hybrid system. If the internal combustion engine stalled due to driver error, such as early release of the clutch pedal or insufficient pressure on the gas pedal, then the car continued to move forward or backward depending on the selected gear. As a result, unexpected movement could lead to an accident. Service centers updated the motor control software. Before buying, it is very important to know the condition of the hybrid system, especially the traction battery. An indicator of its condition is the ability to maintain tension. For verification, a special test is carried out. First, the battery is fully charged. At this time, when the car is stationary, the engine speed is slightly higher than usual. Then, powerful consumers of electricity are turned on, and the battery discharge rate is measured. If the battery is discharged in a short time, then its end is already close. But for such a test, you need genuine Honda diagnostic equipment. Without it, the battery test is impossible. It should be noted that each individual instance has an individual battery life. You can also control the discharge rate using a graphical indicator on the instrument panel, but the results of such testing are approximate. For example, the battery may drain faster when you are on the move. But this does not mean that the battery is nearing its end. If something is wrong with the traction battery, the IMA indicator will light up. This happens if any of the 12 battery packs outputs voltages below 15 volts. Batteries are harmed by too low voltage and overload. Smart electronics of the Honda IMA does not allow the charge level to drop below 36%. The battery discharges spontaneously even during long periods of inactivity. Therefore, it is harmful for the CRZ to stand for too long. Even the operating instructions say that the car must move at least once every 30 days. An internal combustion engine is usually started by a traction motor. At the same time, the internal combustion engine has a conventional starter powered by a standard 12-volt battery. If, when choosing a car, you see that the engine is started not by the IMA electric motor but by the starter, then you should be wary. At the very least, this suggests that the coupe has been stationary for a long time, and this, as you already know, harms the battery. If you know of other model malfunctions, be sure to write about it.